with Simple Grower here in the Pacific Northwest. Hey, it's a hot day here today, but I'm going to take you on my garden tour and show you what I got growing on here in 2021. So let's get started. Okay, so we're here out here in my pasture. This is the entrance to my garden. I put up this arch with cattle panel. And what we have growing here are green beans. Got some long purple green beans and some green beans. And then some Walla Walla onions. Over yonder there, I have some ginger, but I think the ginger root was dried out. It didn't come up. But I checked down in there and there's some roots, so maybe next year it'll come up. Right now there's just some marigolds in there, trying to attract some pollinators. Over yonder there we got sunflowers and more green beans. Got those trellised up on a cattle panel. Those also, I have the green beans and some purple beans in there. This is one of my 10 by 4 beds. And this tomato is a mystery tomato. I up-potted my tomatoes and I didn't tag this one, so I had no idea at the end of the up-potting what kind of tomato that was. So I wanted to put it in the ground so I could see. I had to know. Got some lettuce there. I don't know the variety of lettuce. I eat the lettuce and I share the lettuce with my chickens. They love it. And then here's some beets coming up. I put those, I sowed those directly into the ground. Notice I have the square foot gardening method going on here mostly. That's not a square foot, but I had to compromise a little bit. And I have some more beets that are much bigger growing in my other garden bed that's up there. I'm going to show you. Go over there after we get done here and I'll show you. This tomato plant is a San Marzano. Looking forward to that for some saucy sauces. In here I have some zucchini. And we got a couple coming in now. The flowers are doing fantastic. Couple varieties of dill and the sunflower and that's in this corner. Here's another one of my 4 by 10 beds. This is mostly peppers. Lots of different peppers. Zavarsky, pizza pepper, sweet long. Over here is let's see if I get the tag here. Shishito pepper. Right. So this one is really doing fantastic. Got little peppers on it already. And these are fun because they're small and they're not too hot. A little spicy. But you can just put them in a saute pan in butter and then, pop them in your mouth like a snack. Pretty awesome. So my peppers are doing really well. I got a variety of dill back there. More cucumbers. Lots of cucumbers I grew. I'll show you more here in a minute, but I grew a lot of cucumbers because my chickens love them and I love them. So my chickens get a cucumber every day. They're pretty spoiled. So anyway, lots of different varieties of peppers. This one's not doing too well back there. Every time the bed dried just a little bit, it struggled. And the temperatures right now, it's 80 out here right now. No, it's probably about 70 right now. And but it's going to get up to 100 degrees today. So I am expecting this to not do well. I'm probably going to end up pulling it. But all these other peppers with this hot weather we're having right here in the Pacific Northwest, very unusual weather, I think that these are going to do pretty well. And then over here we have my yellow squash plant. It's doing fantastic. I'm going to grow it up instead of out. See how that works. A couple varieties of dill and sunflowers in there. And back up here. Again, there's my entrance. Now we're on the other side of the garden where I have another bed. So I have two beds of green beans, and these are Walla Walla onions. And then I tried my hand this year at quinoa. I have no idea how to harvest quinoa, so you know, if anybody has any ideas how to do it, let me know in the comments, and I'm going to get on the old Google machine and see what that says about how to harvest quinoa. And then in here, this is kind of crammed up. I might take this marigold out of there, but around the rim of this galvanized pail are sweet Spanish onions. They're doing really well, obviously. And then inside here, I have 3 eggplants. Probably too many for that space, but I don't know. Anyway, they're just regular eggplants. Nothing special. I grew an ornamental eggplant last year. It was pretty, but you know what? It took up a lot of space, and I really just want to get on the other side here so you're out of the sun. I just really want food, you know what I'm saying? So, here's my another 4x10 bed. Right here I have a patch of arugula. That's certainly going to go to seed this weekend because it's 100 degrees today, going to be, and then tomorrow it's going to be 112 degrees. I just can't even believe I'm saying that in the Pacific Northwest. Like, really, what's up with that? Anyway, the name of the game this weekend is just to do things in short spurts outside because there's always so much to do. Go inside, cool off. Thank God I have air conditioning. And because not everybody here does in the Pacific Northwest. It doesn't get this hot here, so people don't have air conditioning here. Some people do, I do, thank God. And keeping my chickens cool. That's all I'm focused on this weekend. In fact, I almost missed a haircut yesterday because I'm just so distracted by ways to keep my chickens cool. Another great thing, if you guys have any ideas about ways for me to keep my chickens cool, right now I'm putting ice in their water. I have a couple fans out there. Yesterday they were really hot, but yeah, it was only 95 yesterday, so I'm going to be suffering today. Anyway, in here, wow, yeah, so tomatoes. This over here is a pole cherry. I've never grown that. And this should be interesting. I am growing that up. It's a pole cherry, so we'll see how that goes. Then I have some better boys that are doing really fantastic. Again, I'm growing everything up. And so when I get around to the back here, I'll show you what I'm using and how I'm doing it. That's a beefsteak tomato. That's an heirloom there. So I got beefsteak, I got Better Boy. Now here's the Better Boy, sorry. Those were the beefsteaks. These are the Better Boy, and then I have Early Girl. And then I have this over here that is a Bartelli, and that's a cherry tomato. And it tends to climb too, so I'm going to try to climb that up the old trellis here. Along the edges here, I have sweet Spanish onions. In the middle, 2 varieties of basil. Let's see, I have mammoth basil, which is this guy right here. And then I have Italian leaf basil, which is that guy right there. My preference is the Italian leaf basil, but for some reason they just didn't. They came up as seedlings, but they died after I put them in the ground. Maybe I put them in too early. I'm not sure. I need to stop scratching my arm so I stop making the camera go wonky. Sorry about that, y'all. Let's see what else here. Oh yeah, here's my 1x10 garden bed. It's trellised up with a cattle panel and sunflower there, and all in the middle are cucumbers. Now, let's see if I can get in a position here where I can show you how I'm doing this. Okay, you can see that, I think. I'm really close because I'm tight quarters here. So anyway, what I did here was started it with, I don't have one down here. Let's go down to the other end. Here's the bag of them. And these are clips, so what they do is this little part here, that's where the string goes, and it tightens around the string so it holds on, and then you clip it around the stem of the tomato. That way you can grow the tomatoes in a vining method straight up. What I did up there was, so these are just 2x4s, and then this is a electrical conduit pipe. And then at the end I just have the little things that screw in, like a floor base or something for the black metal piping, and tied it up. Strings are pretty tight, and then I just basically keep going all the way up, taking off the suckers. I took off the suckers yesterday, so we probably won't have any suckers today. But anyway, that's how I'm doing it. That's how I'm doing my tomatoes. We're going to see. I got more tomatoes up at the other bed, and I'm going to show you that here in a minute. The white piping you see in here is my watering system that I'm putting together. Just about, well, not just about done. I probably have another hour or so. I mean, if I laid everything out, I have to drill the holes, make the connections, and just put it on the hose and the timer. My garden is watered on a timer. Right now, I'm using these noodle heads. See it? And they have those little things that stick out, and they're rubber, and you can move them any direction you want. And so I have 3 of those. One there, one there. Is it in the picture? Can't see anything because the sun's in my eyes. And then one over in that corner. They ran out of them, so I didn't get one in that corner. That would be perfect because this area over here doesn't get watered, so I have to come over and water it by hand. But anywho's, so that's my garden. The main garden. I'm going to take you up to the other bed I have. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm just in my backyard. Give you some reference here. There's my chicken coop, the back of my chicken coop, back of my weed garden. My other garden's out in my pasture, the one I just showed you or about to show you. I don't know how I'm going to organize this recording. Anyway, just want to show you a couple things. This Marion blackberry bush is slap loaded with blackberries, so I'm really excited about that. I put in 2 new varieties of blackberries over there, thornless blackberries, and so I think I showed you that guys this before. I know there's a lot of grass down there, but it's hard to keep up with it. Oh, there's a pollinator, yay. So this is all blackberries. This second tier here is raspberries, and then this tier over here is raspberries and some other berry that I have not identified, and my friends around here don't know, so whatever, it tastes good. I guess that's all that matters. So look at this gorgeous place, man. Look at this. Now, see if I can get a good cluster in there. Yep, so blueberries are ripening. Those are all blueberry bushes there. I trimmed my blueberries, pruned my blueberries last year. And I don't have as big of a crop this year as I did last year. Maybe I did something wrong, I don't know. Maybe it's just the natural cycle, I don't know. But, but I'm getting blueberries, so I'll have plenty. Right here, this is my other, what is it, a 10 by 12, or excuse me, 4 by 12 bed out here that I built last year. So I went ahead and put some stuff in it, and the stuff is doing really well. On this end, I have a Sun Gold cherry tomato, and got us a ripe one there. Let's see if I can get in there and pick it. These are beautiful, tasty tomatoes, y'all. If you ever get a chance to grow a Sun Gold tomato, I highly recommend it. One of the best cherry tomatoes I've ever eaten. So good. Okay, so in here, I also have some lettuce. I grew this lettuce mainly for my chickens. There's the beets I was talking about. I'm going to get on the other side here and show you how big they are. But look how big the beet greens are. Those are ready. Those are coming out today. Look at the onions I have. I have onions all over my garden. Just here, there, and everywhere. Wherever I can put them. On the edges, perimeters, in the middle of stuff, wherever. Anyway, those are sweet Spanish onions. And so they're doing really awesome. Huge. And I think I'm going to have a really good onion crop this year. What I'm excited about. I had onions last year. It lasted me all year. Oh, and there goes my roosters fighting. What happened, you two? Do I need to come in there and be the referee? Rooster? He's going after him. Roo, be nice. Poor Henry. He's a nervous wreck. There's Poopins. Okay, so I'm on the other side of my this backyard 4 by 12 here. This is another smaller tomato. It's called a Shimmer Hybrid. It is a monster when it grows, and it produces a ton of tomatoes. And these tomatoes, guys, are so sweet. They're just almost like a plum tomato. But they are so awesome. In fact, this is the main tomato I use to make salsa. I use the other tomatoes too, but y'all, if you make salsa out of this tomato, you'll never make salsa out of any other tomato because it's just so sweet and it's delicious. The taste is exquisite. Anyway, back here, ooh, weeds, whatever. It's only so much time to do stuff. See if I can reach in here and get us one of these beets. There we go. Here's the anticlimactic. Looks like the greens are better than the beet on this case. Okay, so here's my beets. I'm going to see if I can come in here and grab one of these big guys. That's a nice one. Pretty good one for backyard gardener. Look at those greens though. Those are going to be delicious. Look at that. Not bad, y'all. Couldn't tell you what kind of beet I grew because I threw a bunch of them in there, and then before I put all this fencing up around my bed, my chickens got in here and they ate half of the seeds that I put down, so I had to put more seeds, and then by then I was just like, whatever, and scattered a bunch in there. Oh, and here, forgot about these in the middle. This is kind of my hot pepper area. I didn't want them to cross-pollinate my mild peppers and my hot peppers. So anywho's, this is a cayenne pepper down here. Scritchers, look at them. They're doing so. My lemon habanero peppers. Put 3 in there because boy, they're really testy. Last year I had a hard time with them. I didn't get any lemon hobs last year. They take a long time to grow and they're just so, I don't know, sensitive to everything. My roosters are fighting again. So, and this is another cayenne over here. So I'm going to have a bunch of good hot peppers for my salsas. My favorite thing to make. I'm over here in my side yard. A reference, there's my chicken coop. There's my blueberries. This is a Honeycrisp apple tree. It's got some apples on it, you know. But it's not loaded like it was last year. But you know, I'll take what I can get. The Honeycrisp, because I just eat those. I don't put those up. But I'd sure like to have a better crop. I might be having pollination problems. I don't even know what it is because it's a big fir tree here, but not sure what it is yet. Because this tree is my Macintosh tree. It's lap loaded, so this tree got pollinated for sure. I don't know what happened to the other one, but this has got so many apples on it that I'm gonna have to take some off. Gosh, I don't know what's causing that. This is a watering thing or what, but this is the only one I see like that, so maybe it's just a fluke. Oh, there's another one. Well, again, comment box. Anybody know what's going on there? Doesn't look like it's affected all of the apples, just these two. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it got damaged. I don't know. Yeah, so apples, Macintoshes are, you know, the apple that I put up. I use those to make the dehydrated apples and applesauce and things like that. So apple kombucha. So that's good. And then we'll have to try to figure out this mystery. Got a lot of leaves. No apples. It had lots of blooms on it. So I guess it just didn't get pollinated. I don't know. I hope I figure it out because this is like my favorite apples. So, oh, and then over here is my persimmon tree. My persimmon tree used to be right there, right underneath the shadow of my neighbor's huge cedar trees. So it was not doing well at all. So in the, was it fall? No. Yeah, I guess it was late fall. I went ahead and moved it over to here. It's only like, what, 15 feet or so, but it makes a difference because now it's in the sun, and the sun tracks kind of that way, and so it gets sun all day. Look how well my comfrey's doing down there, you guys. I put comfrey underneath all my fruit trees, and the comfrey underneath this persimmon tree is doing so well. Anyway, last year it produced 2 persimmons over in its old spot, which I know it's capable of so much more. This year, no fruit. And I reckon that's because it got pretty stressed with me moving it. I did it by myself. It was amusing. So anyway, no persimmons this year, but next year, faux show. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed my garden tour. Everybody stay cool. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. This is Simple Grower in the Pacific Northwest. Take good care. Bye.